What's happening, everybody? ArraySeven is my name, and in this moment I present to you a brand spanking new tutorial on kicking ass. The subject today is one I think that is incredibly underestimated, and that would be none other than the UberSpy. Yes, you heard me right, the UberSpy. In essence, a medic deploys his Uber on a spy and charges with him straight into the hairy forest that is the enemy's defenses. As strange and pointless as it may seem to be, it can cripple a whole damn team if it's done right. What you're aiming for by doing this is the coveted "the fuck" factor. It's that odd moment in the game when players have to stop and think for a moment about what's happening. After all, an Ubered spy is like music on MTV. You don't see it much, but when you do, you're at a loss for what to do until 16 and pregnant but still a victim comes back from commercial break. Of course, you'll be needing a medic with the default minigun and perhaps an Uber saw, just for a slight chance to bonesaw some people. As for primary, it doesn't really make a difference, like a retarded horse at a race. Now as spy, I would recommend a default knife or the Black Rose. However, if you're feeling like a crafty little bastard, you could also use the Converse kunai. If you manage to backstab enough people, your health will be higher than Bob Marley by the time the Uber ends. On top of that, for your primary, use the Enforcer, or for some people it's considered as Plan A. On another note, do not equip the Dead Ringer. You're a glowing spy and medic. The last thing you want is to hide. In the grand scheme, all you really need to do is run, jump, and trick stab. It doesn't take much. Unless you suck ass at trick stabbing, then you should probably be the one playing the medic. I'm doing this demonstration here again with Pimpin' Dave, and luckily he can carve people up like Thanksgiving turkeys. If you do it right, enemy players will drain their bowels when they see a glowing spy and medic charging at them. Everyone's trained themselves on what to do when an Uber heavy comes by, an Uber soldier, or even an Uber pyro. But what in the name of God do you do to counter an Uber spy? Obviously, a lot. But most importantly, as a spy, you gotta charge. You don't have time to give a shit. You gotta hop around, you gotta run, and most importantly, you gotta trick stab like a drug deal gone wrong. And when the Uber charge ends, you gotta hightail it out of there. The other team isn't gonna be pleased about the fact you just wiped out half their friends. They'll chase you and they'll try and hunt you down, but whether you live or die in the end doesn't matter at all, because you'll be sitting in your chair with a massive erection and laughing hysterically.